The withdrawal of federal troops and the return of the Democrat Party to power signaled an end to Reconstruction in South Carolina. It also raised the anxiety among African Americans and sparked interest in a possible return to Africa. The Black Exodus movement gained steam following the 1876 elections and would become one of the biggest events in African American history. Black leaders in South Carolina formed a joint stock steamship company to recruit as many as 300 people to immigrate to Africa. Blacks from all over the U.S. began arriving in Charleston in January 1878 with hopes of gaining passage to Liberia off the west coast of Africa. The company then purchased a bark called the Azore, which arrived in Charleston in March. The Azore is most famously known for her maiden voyage when she carried 260 African American immigrants from Charleston to Monrovia, Liberia for resettlement. The Azore set sail on April 21st for a voyage that would last 42 days. The trip was not easy. 23 of the immigrants died before they even reached Africa. The water supply gave out shortly before arrival. The food supply, which was supposed to last 6 months, was of poor quality and was consumed entirely on the journey. There was also no physician on board to treat the sick. But the immigrants made it to Liberia and set to work building a new society. As for the bark Azore, she ended her maiden voyage to Africa on July 24th, landing once again in Charleston. The Liberian Exodus Company announced a second voyage in early 1879. However, due to the company's financial mismanagements, reports of the fatalities on the first voyage, and reports of the miserable conditions of immigrants in Liberia, no second voyage ever took place. Success did come for many of the immigrants who stayed, albeit slowly. By 1890, the Azore's passengers were well represented among Liberia's most prominent citizens, and the offspring of these immigrants remain an important part of the country of Liberia to this day.
And now we know.
And knowing is half the battle.